to keep their child at a cost of 200,000 in the university.
Right. And Prof. Governor Barchok, so it is a proposal to ensure that universities continue to receive the resources that they need, because apparently the government has not been able to finance them. Does it work? But also the public, the members of the public that are in Bomet County, what are these concerns that they are having to deal with, to an extent that you'll find your neighboring county, Uasin Gishu, has to go ahead and come up with a plan to airlift students with all manner of looking for resources? Is that what you've been forced to do as governors?
Okay, thank you very much, Sami. I want to agree with my colleagues that the proposal is welcome. It's a good idea of making assumption that the parameters that were used were the correct one, and we captured students based on their different needs, of course, classifying them. You have mentioned the issue of universities, and I think we need to understand the background of all these proposals. One, our universities are struggling. They are in debt. And one of the reasons why universities are struggling is because as a government, we have not been able to meet our obligation. We are proposing a new model, shifting away from the old model of differentiated unit cost, where the university was to pay up to 80% of that commitment. But it didn't honor that. I think the highest they paid is around 66%. So over time, the universities, because they have to run, have been accumulating debts with the contractors. So that is one. Secondly, if it has to work, then the government has to commit money into this. Otherwise, the proposal is good because our households are not the same. Personally, I can fund for my children.
Right.
I have also a neighbor who can do the same. But the majority, which is over 99%, are not able. So if we are talking of 53%, as my colleagues has indicated, where will we get that money to cover the difference? At the same time, this problem of employment is compounding the whole problem that we are facing as a country. And here comes the story of Uasin Gishu. From what the students are saying, one, they want higher education, and secondly, prospects of jobs. So they want to study outside the country,
right? Because
the prospects of being employed are very high. So I think if we have to solve all this issue, it should not be solved in isolation.
All right.
What is the challenge that we are facing as a country? So one is the issue of unemployment, and that is why it is forcing our students to sacrifice and do all that and move out of the country for studies, because probably they will get employment after their studies.
Okay.
But I want to agree that this is not our role as county government. In fact, our area is CCD and vocational training centers. But sometimes we are forced to go out of our way because of the